Hey y'all, welcome to Caddy's Corner. It is Sunday and I am here at the Herbert Von King Park. It's been 7 days since I found out I don't have a job for now anymore. So what have I done this week? Let's see, I have gotten rid of a lot of stuff. I did a massive purge of junk. I have petted Phil a lot. He loves that and demands more and more now. I have talked to a lot of people. I have not talked to in a long time. I have made a giant pot of chicken soup. I have kept it all together in moments when people needed me, and I have lost it beyond comprehension. In moments I wanted to keep it together. I have wanted to run like Forrest Gump, but realized that there is nowhere to go, and I don't like that. I have made a lot of plans. I have then unmade those plans, and then I've remade new plans, and making new plans every day to try to figure out as the rules change and how long it's going to go and what's happening. And I found this scarf, this beautiful multicolored scarf. I forgot I bought it at a dollar store and stuck in a bag somewhere. I have watched some funny videos. I've posted some of those on my Facebook page if you want to see them. The last 7 days have felt to me like 9/12. Those people who were in New York at the time, some I know don't live here anymore, and some people live here now that didn't live here then. There was a special quality to life on 9/12 and 9/13. It continued for a little while, but then things happened and we got distracted from the mission of working on America. And it wasn't a lot of wound healing, it felt like here. Well, and honestly, you know what it was? I think it was Thursday they told us to go back to work. So it was maybe 48 hours, home alone, whatever. But this has been 7 days of 9/12, and so far so good. There's people playing paddleball, people walking their dogs. Watched a very interesting New York Times article. I say I watched it because they had a graphic going on behind the written article that as it explained where the pandemic started and how it spread and how different timelines of reaction allowed it to go different places and the sort of percent of people that were going. But it's a really good graphic behind it. Just sort of clarified what happened and how it happened. So I'm trying to get information that's good and solid, and I would advise everyone. I certainly did this after 9/11. I stayed on a constant 24-hour news cycle loop, and hindsight 2020, I don't think that's extremely helpful. So I would advise you to be mindful about how much news you're absorbing, because there's just not a lot of. It is what it is, and you know the statistics of the numbers are going to be constantly increasing right now because the testing is becoming more prevalent. And, the first cases were coming into New York back in mid-January. So where that's wandered about, we will find out when it's all over, I guess. Took a long bath last night. I got some good sleep. I'm trying to do some mindfulness homework. I have been doing my Tai Chi every day. Multiple practices and very slow. I have gone and sang from the stage of the amphitheater here a couple of times. I might go do it again now if I'm in the mood. My voice is pretty messed up from this little cold I'm battling off, and it is cold. I've checked it. I'm fine. That's all I got today. I guess I'll leave it guess I'll leave it there because it's really what I wanted to share today. It's just that I've been triggered to a handful of different times where traumas have happened to me, and that's what happens is when traumas get triggered. If you haven't been watching all my videos, I've talked a lot about anxiety and panic attacks, and when they come up, it's because your brain associates something to something else, legitimate or not. Like for me, it was fluorescent lighting, which became fluorescent lighting in grocery stores and Home Depot, etc. Because of the trains that I rode after 9/11 here in the city. So when I would get into fluorescent lighting, it would re-trigger. And I've figured that stuff out, and I've done a lot of really hard work about that. But now, this event happening and the whole world being globally affected so quickly and so many people being out of work, including myself, concerns of the future of the globe came up on top of my own personal safety and future and of every single person that I love on the face of this earth. And that was it was a little bit too much. I call them too many trauma boxes got opened, and I felt like it was just a giant mess. Talk about that junk drawer being jumped on the floor. That's what it was for me. So I'm trying to piece it back with some pragmatic calmness and mindfulness and thoughtfulness, and make a legitimate plan of attack for me, whatever that means in this new world. No. But I want to say a big old thank you. There have been a handful of people, maybe 2 handfuls or 3 handfuls, maybe 5 handfuls of people who I am close to who have talked me down, kept me calm, listened to me rage, let me be a little wild when I needed to. But expect anything from anybody right now. Just give yourself a lot of breadth to be reactive right now. All right, I'm going to leave it there for now. Thanks for joining me in Cali Land, and this is my evening trip to the park. I started off here today. I'm going to end it here today, and I'll do another practice of Tai Chi. All right. Love y'all. We'll do it again when we do it. Bye.